Are you still streaming now? Let's go outside. Dude, it never ends. It never ends.
It doesn't have to be streaming. Any type of work that you're doing that would, take away time. And most women are a pain in the ass. Like, they will complain and bitch about that shit.
By the way, I can confirm he doesn't have a TV in his room, just so you know. Someone said it's cap.
No, nigga, I don't. Yeah, hell, I haven't had a TV in my room for years, bro.
He does not. He does not have
no
a TV
in his room.
He is not serious. He is dead serious, bro. There's no
TV in his room,
bro. You guys realize like that's why a lot of y'all niggas are probably fat. You probably got a TV in your fucking bedroom. Your dumb monkey ass wake up. Let's see what's on the tube, and then your dumb ass 4 hours later, you're still sitting there watching TV instead of getting your fat ass up and going to the gym or some shit, bro. Having a TV in your room is one of the most retarded things you can do if you want to be productive. It will keep you in bed. It will keep you lazy.
Yeah.
It will keep you fat. Some of you niggas right now that are talking shit, you got a TV in your room, you got triple chin. Trying to tell me that why don't I got a TV in my room, man? It's like, what the fuck?
Lifestyle, man.
Bro, it's literally, look, even for bitches, when they, why do you not have a TV in here? Yeah, because I don't want to be like you. Stupid. You know what I mean?
I remember back in the day, you know what it was? It was a dream board of my goals and the vision board as well, where the TV should be. That's all I saw every morning.
Bro, I'm dead ass, guys. It's actually a life hack. Yeah. Honestly, I told you guys this before. You better not be fucking playing video games or watching TV
drugs,
and have a TV in your room or doing all this shit
partying.
Unless you got unless you're making at least $500,000 a year, if not a millionaire, bro. And I know a lot of you guys, Myron, that's not reasonable. Work harder. Everybody can make that kind of money. Okay? There's people that are absolute fucking retards. You guys are gonna let like a dumbass bitch that's 19 years old out earn y'all? That comes on the show. I make this much on OnlyFans, even though we know it's cap. But regardless, you're gonna let these dumbass chicks beat y'all for showing their buttholes? I refuse. I'm not gonna let no dumbass bitches beat me. So I'm telling you guys, everyone could become a six-figure earner. I truly do, especially if you're watching this kind of content. You already are going against the grain by watching us. That's number one. So you have the ability to critically think. If you're watching us, it means you're a critical thinker to some degree. If you're a critical thinker, you should be able to earn six figures a year. No excuses. Now, with that, especially in the United States as an able-bodied man. Brandon Carter talked about this. He came here. He was making six figures a year back in 2007, 2008, right? When it was a recession. Now, he's working all the time. He barely had any free time, and he was doing manual labor, but he got it done. A lot of you guys, you could do it too. And I think having a TV in your room, if you're not making a significant amount of money or you're playing video games, that will hold you back. It'll give you a bunch of idle time to do dumb shit, man. So TV in your room and video games, guys, these are two things you should not be doing unless you're making $500K a year, if not more. And all of you guys can do that. Trust me, I have faith that y'all niggas can do that shit.
Yeah.
Or at least six figures. At least.
Well, if you don't try, it won't happen at all. So you gotta try it at least.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing. For all you guys that are watching this show, you guys all have critical thinking skills if you guys are watching this kind of podcast. All of you can make $500,000 a year. You're just fucking lazy. Probably watching Netflix too much, or whacking off to porn too much, or playing too many video games. That's the reality.
You know what's the excuse? Oh, they're doing OnlyFans, bro. They're cheating. Well, my friend, they're cheating and still winning. You can play the game correctly and still win as well, as a man.
Yep, and you can get a higher net worth than these dumb assholes because a lot of them don't invest. They spend it on stupid shit because they're idiots.
Yeah. So they may have fun right now, but not forever.
So yeah, bro. TV in your room, big hack, get rid of that shit. Get rid of the TV in your room. Stop playing video games. Unless you're making six figures a year, I say $500K, but we can make it simpler. $100,000 a year, bare minimum. I don't want y'all fucking with no TV in your room or playing video games unless you can at least make six figures. And all of you guys can do that. You might have to work more hours. You might have to get another job, but it's absolutely doable for any of you guys as an able-bodied man in the United States, for sure.
Actually, to be fair, if you watch the actual crypto episodes with Charlie and Miguel, and you bought just one of the courses, you could have hit that number for sure, six figures, for sure.
It could be done, guys. It could absolutely be done. Every single one y'all watch, it could do 100K a year, no problem, because you already have the critical thinking mindset from being here in the first place. And then I think everybody can do 500K. It's going to take work, but I think if you remove distractions like video games and TV, you can absolutely do it, bro. Absolutely. And this is why a lot of these MGTOW guys win, because they get rid of the female obstacle. If you get rid of the female obstacle, TV and video games, holy, bro, nothing's going to stop you. Nothing can stop you.
Remember when I was focused on dating when I met you?
Yes.
Dude, that was a huge distraction. Like, it was bad.
It was really bad, bro.
It was bad.
The pursuit of women is not only time consuming, but it's money costing as well. Because you don't account for all the hours wasted dealing with them where you're not making money.
And you know the worst part? You'll be with her taking her out, having fun, and then you know what? Things don't work out. On to the next guy, and you're back at square one because now you have wasted all the time and energy towards her instead of working on your career.
Even if you do get laid, does it make you more money?
No.
Almost never.
No.
Probably costs you money to upkeep that. So yeah, man. I mean, that's why I think a lot of guys sometimes do have to go through a period of a monk mode. A lot of y'all need a period of monk mode to really get your shit together. You know what I mean? Where you're not dealing with women and you're just strictly focusing on building up your wealth.
At least a year. At least a year.
Yeah, every guy needs at least, yeah, bro, for sure. Hell, I got like a semi-monk mode right now. As you guys know, I'm doing this fucking debrief stream. I'm doing 3 shows a day. I'm streaming on days that we do Fresh and Fit, bare minimum 3 hours. If not Fresh and Fit, I'm doing like 6 to 7. So, right, and obviously covering the news and everything else like that. That doesn't account for all the time I spend researching topics, etc., and being able to cover it the next day and be able to not be a fucking moron and be able to summarize it for you guys, right? Because I take a large amount of information and then I go ahead and deliver you guys monologues where it's summarized in a succinct manner that makes sense, right? Because a lot of times this news isn't palatable to the masses. So
you got some 8 to 9 hours too.
Yeah. So everyone has to go through that. Ain't nobody, bro. No one's impervious to it. I'm doing it right now. I'm 35 years old. People say, Myron, just chill out, man. You've made it. Blah blah blah. No, man. Like we're still trying to take over. And anytime that you're really trying to push to make things happen, you're okay. Here's what it is. There's two things, right, that cannot coexist. I said this before. I'll say it again. You cannot be getting the most bitches while simultaneously being the most productive. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot be getting the most bitches while simultaneously being the most productive. The two are completely antithetical to each other because what it takes to become successful is diligence, time, attention, long hours, etc. When it comes to working and becoming more successful as a man, whether it's in the gym, working out, it should all be together, right? Now, when it comes to the pursuit of women, you're going to need to go out there and put yourself out there. You're going to need to go do night game, day game, sourcing online dating, etc. Even if you outsource the online dating, you're still going to have to go out with the bitch at some point.
Yeah.
Right? And that's going to take a significant amount of time. So even if you outsource the whole dating process or whatever to online dating, you are still going to spend a significant amount of time going out with them. So if you're getting the most girls and getting the most laid, 9 out of 10 times, your work is going to suffer as a consequence of that because the process of dealing with women in and of itself is time consuming. Why do you think gay niggas have so much money, if I'm being honest with y'all? Ow. Right? They got money because they don't deal with the courting process of females. They're able to scratch their itch, right? Grind or whatever the fuck, and get right back to work. This is why, and I think
Valuetainment.
somebody, I think it was Rob Smith that said this, that gay men on average have a higher net worth than straight men. I mean, that makes perfect sense. It really does. And then, I mean, just common sense will tell you that too. Like you look at the major cities, that like if you look at all the areas that like are extremely expensive or going through gentrification, typically gay guys that rule these places.
Yeah.
Right? Miami, expensive city, big gay population. San Francisco, big gay population, expensive. New York City, big gay population, expensive. Boston, same thing. A lot of these major cities that have expensive neighborhoods, if you go to those neighborhoods and look, who's a large portion? Gay men. And I'll tell you guys, as a landlord, they're some of the best tenants to have because they pay on time.
What about DV though?
Domestic violence?
Yeah.
Almost never.
Oh yeah, because guys.
Almost never.
Mm.
Very rare. Very, very rare. But with women, oh Lord. Bro. Holy.
It's tough, bro. It's tough.
So yeah, man. I mean, they're just higher earners because the courting process in itself is expensive.
You're correct.
For heterosexual men.
Rob Smith.
Yeah, it was Rob Smith. Yeah, that said it. So, it is what it is, man. So just know, guys, that if you're gonna go ahead and take on the pursuit of women and try to get laid the most and get your notch cat number up, you are going to suffer financially and from a career aspirational level for sure. And I think it's better to suffer the women problem, make your money become successful so that when you do decide that you want to go ahead and transition into dating, you're in a better position to not tolerate female fuckery. I tell you guys all the time, you don't make the money for the girls, you make the money so you don't tolerate the fuckery that inevitably comes with the girls.
I'd argue nowadays, especially, if your money's not up, if you're not actually making like progress like that,
they ain't gonna give you a shot anyway.
Girls will play with you a little bit and say, all right, nigga, you're broke.
Yep.
I'm moving on. It's the economy of hypergamy on steroids, literally.
Yep.
So
you're better off just becoming successful first, bro, so that you kind of can skip a lot of the bullshit that you're going to deal with. Because even when you got money, you're going to deal with bullshit. Why would you make your problems worse by being broke when I'm telling you, you're gonna deal with bullshit even with money.
And you got options too. So you can say, you know what? I'm good with you. I want you.
You can tell girls to fuck off. Bro, it is such an amazing feeling to tell bitches to fuck off. Like, it's amazing.
Deuces. On to the next one.
Bro, holy. So it's the best. Because, yo, so few men can do it.
Yeah.
You know how many niggas out here in these bitches' DMs or in their text message? Oh, my God, please hang out with me. Oh.
Bro.
You might be, if you tell a bitch, she'll say, oh, do this for me. And you're like, I'm not a trick. Get the fuck out of here. That might be the first time she's heard that in years.
Girls are getting offered, rent paid, life paid for. Yo, I was with a chick, right? In France. This guy came up to her, like when I was out with my friends doing other stuff, but DJ booth. So he was like, I'll actually give you whatever you want. I don't want to smash. Whatever you want, I'll give to you. House, car, live with me, fly out, wherever you want to go, I got you. And it's funny because one of the girls that was with her was actually my friend. She said, no, I don't want your Instagram, whatever, it's fine. But he offered her everything, even though it might have been a lie. It happens all the time. And I think for a lot of people, especially on Instagram too, you're going to get offers every single day from celebrities, guys that you may even know yourself, your friends. And it's like, how does she say no to everybody if you're not that guy for her? So at some point, bro, you need to be that guy. Money-wise, success-wise, because if not, you're cooked. Literally. It's what it is.
Yeah. There's no choice, guys. It's literally
It's
do or
hard.
die.
It's hard, bro.
Being an average guy, I don't even think it's worth it, bro. If you're an average nigga right now, I wouldn't even bother.
You know what's scary?
Because you are going to, look, as an average guy, you could kill it. Sure you can. But you're going to deal with a lot of bullshit on the way up. I'll tell you that right now, bro. As an average nigga, man.
You know what's scary? The average guy, especially nowadays, he has a pool of women for sure. But it's almost like if like that pool is so saturated because what's happening is that like they're being targeted by the top percent as well. So they may meet you after the fact they met a top guy, and it's like, all right, you're cool, you're nice, but I had a taste of the nice lifestyle. So this is cutting it. I'll just go back over here to my ex or one guy I fucked with before, and now you're like, damn, she left me. I was being amazing to her. But you don't know that she had a guy that was above you 10 times over.
Not only that, I mean, to give you guys kind of an example, right, to my fitness guys in here, like, let's say I tell you I need you to do 10 pull-ups, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of you guys will be like, oh, damn, that's tough. 10 pull-ups? Fuck. But then I tell you, oh, and by the way, how much money do you make a year? Oh, you make $50K per year? Okay, nigga, here's a 50-pound vest. You need to do the 10 pull-ups with this 50-pound vest. Can you do it? Can you build up the strength to do it? And get yourself to that point? Of course you can. It's going to take you longer to be able to build up that endurance and that strength to do the 10 pull-ups with a 50-pound vest. But if I told you, okay, you can either, if you're an average guy, you got to put on this 50-pound vest. Regular guy, I'll give you a band, you can put it underneath your leg, and you can do the 10 pull-ups. That's making money, guys. Okay? That's becoming successful. Now that 10 pull-ups isn't as hard.
Yeah.
And that's quite literally what it is. So again, is it possible for you to be an average guy and pull baddies? Absolutely. But I'm giving you a 50-pound vest and telling you to do it. So you ain't gonna be able to do it as quickly or as easily as somebody who has money and status who's cheating with the rubber band on their foot and they can do that 10 pull-ups easily. And they could do 15, they could do 20. They could last longer than you do,
Good
right?
point.
Because they have the ability to do so. So that is how I liken it, where when I say, look, you could go ahead and enter the dating marketplace, not at your full potential, but you're gonna suffer while doing it. And it's gonna be significantly harder and longer. So why not take that harder and longer period, apply it to your career, work harder and longer there, so you don't have to work harder and longer with the bitches.
Yeah. Because
you benefit at the end of the day, right? So, anyway.
That's a good point.
Were you gonna say something?
No, I was saying, for example, do you remember Zelda?
Yeah.
Fighting the bosses. You had low hearts, maybe 4 to 5 hearts you had, right?
Yep.
You went that way
Start
fast.
out with 3.
You went that way faster.
Uh-huh.
You had 10 hearts. Oh, this is easy. Take some hits, learn how they move, and then beat the boss. Same thing with dating girls, bro. You got 3 hearts as a regular average guy, you're cooked. You mess up 3 times, you're done.
Yeah.
Guy with money, mess up 10 times, she's still there.
Yeah, you try to fight Ganondorf with fucking 3 hearts, nigga. He hits you once and you're dead.
Cooked.
Right? But here's the thing. How can you increase your hearts? You find quarter hearts all over the map.
Yeah.
Right? Or you find a half heart here. Or you beat more bosses. That's you guys leveling up. Right? So as you level up and you beat more bosses, you get that experience, you get more hearts. Then on top of that, you can also, explore the kingdom and find the corner hearts, half hearts here, maybe a full heart here, and that will make you much stronger so that when you do fight that final boss, you have the endurance and the capacity where you could take more hits and fight back. And that's quite frankly what it is when it comes to dating, which is an interesting analogy you brought up. But yeah, guys, you got to go into the fight with as many hearts as fucking possible. What is maxed out? 20, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
think 20 hearts is the max.
Yeah, for most Zelda games, I think it's 20. But when you start the game and you're at your weakest, you have 3, right? And then if you try to, you beat a couple bosses, you might max out at like 10 hearts. But if you do the extra work, you got 20 hearts. So
be like Link.
be like Link, nigga.
You know what's funny? Link never responded to Zelda. He doesn't talk.
Hey, listen.
So there you go.